Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner and welcome to your latest Chelsea transfer news and Chelsea news because Tosin, ladies and gentlemen, is back into training. So that's good news for us. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Fofana as well. He's doing some madness again online, but it's nothing to be worried about. But we have to speak what this lad is actually doing. However, we're going to kick things off from here. It is a madness. Renato Veiga is out of Chelsea Football Club. He's exited, he's left the building, and it is good news. It's good news because we have done a mad of a deal, an absolute madness of a deal with Villarreal. The sell-on clause, once we get to it, once you get to hear what that's about, is pretty much stupid. It's pretty much stupid. So we've got news in regards to Renato Veiga, where we're going to kick things off with, and of course, like always, we've got updates in regards to Nkunku, in regards to Nicholas Jackson as well. Nothing seems to be materializing for Nkunku or Chukwuemeka. These Bundesliga clubs, man, they don't seem to want to give the money. They're all looking for these loan options and this, that, the other, which simply doesn't work well for us. All right, let's kick things off with Renato Veiga. This guy, he only represented Chelsea for 6 months. After that, he said sayonara. He was off to Juventus. And then after that, to be honest, the relationship between him, Chelsea, Maresca was over, and he was never considered in the team for this season at all. So he's been looking for clubs. Atletico Madrid was there initially, but they didn't like the proposal from from Chelsea, and they moved on. Now Villarreal's in the building, and Villarreal finally got the job done. Check this out, man. This is incredible. Breaking news. Chelsea agreed 25.5 million package plus heavy sell-on clause to sell Renato Veiga to Villarreal. First of all, 25.5 million guaranteed money, which is, wow, fantastic. I mean, I think we bought the player for about, 13 million pounds, something like that, 25 million. That's very, very good. Don't forget, we also got loan fee from Juventus last season when we loaned him out. Now, what is the sell-on clause? This absolutely blew my mind. Check out the sell-on clause over here. Heavy, so it's coming from Fabrizio Romano. Heavy sell-on is complicated mechanism. Now, we'll see how complicated it is, but it looks good. The numbers are good. Could be 20, 30, or 40% based on add-ons and more details like that in the upcoming years. Fantastic. I mean, it all depends on whether, down the track, Villarreal do sell someone like, Renato Veiga, and I'm pretty sure they will. But Renato Veiga doesn't come across, now he's got a history. Now he's got a precedent. He doesn't come across someone who's loyal. You best believe, I won't be surprised if he only stays there for a season and then he looks for another move somewhere else. Chelsea have secured a 40% sell-on clause for Renato Veiga. That's incredible, people. That is incredible, which essentially means we hold 40% of the ownership of the player. That's what it really means. So you get 25 million in the bank right now, and then in the future, if he is sold, which I'm pretty certain he will be, we make 40% of that sale as well. Yes, there's some complexity in between, as Fabrizio Romano said. In order to get that 40%, certain things have to be triggered. No problems. I'm pretty certain those things will be triggered as long as they're not something too unbelievable to achieve. But this, once again, I have to say, very, very good business from Chelsea Football Club, considering how much we bought him for, considering what this player has been up to. Do you know what I mean? Like, he came in, he showed all of these proper Chelsea type of behavior that he wants to play for Chelsea Football Club. And then before you know, he was wearing a Juventus jersey. So now this is good news. I am absolutely on board with it. That's another player gone. That's another bit of money that we've booked for this window, which goes into our net spending calculation. And hopefully down the track, we can now do a few more business for people coming in. A lot of people have been saying that, look, Renato Veiga is not going to make much of a difference because ultimately he was never part of our European squad last season for Conference League. We do need players like Nkunku and Jackson to leave for us to register new players for the Champions League this season. So we still do need to get rid of Nicholas Jackson and Nkunku, which is becoming a problem. Now, check this out. Bournemouth have started club-to-club talks with Chelsea for Axel Disasi. Current talks over loan plus option. I don't know why everyone wants a loan plus option. These players, I guess that's the problem. Their stocks are so down. No one seems to want them for permanent, especially Disasi. I mean, No one seems to be coming after him. I mean, there are teams that are after him, but they're only wanting for a loan. It's almost to say, we just want to test you out for a little bit, see if you work or not. We'll get you on a loan. And then if it works out, fine. And even if it does work out, sometimes it doesn't materialize into a permanent sale. So hopefully Disasi is another one that's going to be sold very, very soon. We need to get rid of Disasi. Tosin is back in training. Big news. Hopefully he features against West Ham. We need him. We need that center back position, the central mid defender that can play out from the back the way Maresca wants. That's the key point. I've got no problems with Achapong. He can continue studying. He can continue being at Chelsea Football Club. No issues. But I think he's still a little bit raw, a little bit nervous to play out from the back. Lever Cowell obviously was doing it at a very good level. Tosin, we need him. Hopefully he's ready for West Ham. West Ham, look, as much as we were a little bit lenient in game week 1, West Ham, we need to win. We can't be dropping more points. We have to get into this, I know it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, but somewhere in this marathon, we need to start. We need to start, and we need to win against West Ham. There is no two ways about it. He's going to make a big difference for us. And one, Graham Potter, we need to beat him, ex-Chelsea manager. And 2, West Ham are absolutely rubbish right now. They look like, they could be taken to the cleaners after what Sunderland did as well. I know West Ham played all right, but if Sunderland can put 3 away, we need to absolutely smoke West Ham. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Leipzig asked again for Nkunku, but on loan. Chelsea said no. This loan, everyone on loan, please, permanent, only permanent business here. Nkunku on loan. I thought Leipzig were interested. That's what David Ornstein said yesterday, right? Now they're coming in with this loan nonsense. I mean, if it's a loan with an obligation to buy, it has to be an obligation, not an option. Then fair enough, but just straight up loans, man. These are not going to cut it. We need players gone, and we need to send other players on loan. Tariq George on loan, potentially Achapong. I don't know if we do end up getting a centre-back during this window who can play from the middle. There are other players that we need to think about loan moves for. It can't just be these players like Nkunku and Jackson. They need permanent moves, man. Sick and tired of these Bundesliga teams. And here's another situation. Chelsea messages for Nkunku and Kani Chukwuemeka, permanent deals, not loans. Xavi Simons still waiting for Nkunku to leave Chelsea. Look, I hope Xavi Simons can keep waiting. You see what's going on with Arsenal, Tottenham, Eze, Havertz. Havertz got injured, ladies and gentlemen, over the past 12 hours, less than 12 hours, and that has triggered Arsenal to go after Eze. Eze was literally just a doorstep away from getting into Spurs, and now Spurs are going to lose him. Now, I get it. We're not Spursy. Do you know what I mean? We're not Spursy. We're a lot, This is why I keep saying food chain. There's a food chain to all the Newcastle fans as well, right? There's a food chain. This is why you guys keep getting rejected. Whenever you come across bigger teams, you get rejected. Same with Spurs. Come across bigger teams, you're going to get rejected most of the times. Spurs should have done the business. So I'm worried. Xavi Simons, look, hopefully we just get this done. I don't want don't want a Bayern Munich or a Manchester City or someone to come in and swoop in and, go after Xavi Simons. I know these teams have, and Simons so far has said no to them. I just need this to hurry up. We need Simons in our team as well. We need that little bit more flair. We've got flair, but we need more flair. We need more different, types of answers for different type of questions when we get into matches. So please, Nkunku, Jackson, find a solution, please, ASAP, so we can just get our brother Xavi Simons in. Now, Wesley Fofana. Earlier today, ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Fofana deleted everything related to Chelsea on his Instagram. Chelsea Dodgers saying, hope all is okay. Look, it ended up being nothing serious. Contact within the Wesley Fofana camp says all is well and no issues with Chelsea at all. Now, no problems, no issues. This guy, I've recently said he's got more game on social media than game on the field because he's predominantly injured. This is his 4th season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty certain this is his 4th season at Chelsea Football Club. 3 seasons where it's been absolutely marred with injuries and he's not featured for us. But every now and then this guy's doing something on social media unnecessarily. Right? It's just causing chaos when it's not needed. Focus on your game. Focus on returning back. Like, it seems like this player's focus is not completely at Chelsea Football Club. He did show some interest of joining Marseille a couple of seasons back, and maybe that is his destination down the track. And then recently, Enzo Maresca said what he had to say about Fofana and Badiashile playing in the centre back position, playing out from the back. He doesn't trust them at all. And Wesley Fofana, if it's on the right side, there's other options. There's Chalobah, there's Reece James. He's not a shoo-in. He's definitely not going to play in the middle. Can he play LCB? Maybe he can. So Wesley Fofana, focus on your career. Stop these shenanigans online. I don't know what has happened to all of his Chelsea stuff, why he deleted it. Only he knows. Only he knows. But all of these things create bad attention, man. It's just unnecessary attention that is not needed. And I feel like Wesley Fofana on a regular basis keeps doing this. And brings attention to himself when it's not needed. Focus on getting back on the field. Focus on performance. Focus on being the best of your ability for Chelsea Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially in regards to all the initial bid for Renato Veiga. What do you think about that deal? Comment below. Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See you. Bye.